Hi there, friends. How are you? Today's video goes along with a blog post, and so if you're reading the blog post, you're pretty much getting the same thing on the video, but everybody processes differently. So I decided to do both. Can we all just agree that 2020 has been the longest 25 years we've ever lived in our entire lives? Whew. January came in and brought a new year and a new decade. February is just February. It's just one of those months that you just live through. March came roaring in like a lion with the coronavirus pandemic. And March, April, and May felt like being on a roller coaster named Death by Isolation. And just at the end of May, when we thought things would be dying down and life would return to some kind of normal, the news brought horrifying video of a white police officer kneeling on the neck of a black man who was begging for air, begging for his mother. George Floyd died, and the issue of racism for the entire country was once again front and center. Dear God, help us. Sometimes life these days feels like being dropped from an airplane at 35,000 feet without a parachute. My goal in this post is just to, as I said, to process through some of what I'm feeling. Friends, some of you will react to this video and this post like I probably would have 6 months ago or even 2 weeks ago. You will delete it and just move on because you don't believe that racism concerns you. Others of you have lived the thing out and you have been mistreated or you have seen friends and family mistreated. Regardless of which category you fall into, I hope you'll stay with me for just a few more minutes. All I'm going to say is about coronavirus is that it's here to stay until we get a vaccine or a treatment. So we might as well just go back to life as normal as we can and, learn to live with it. I know that's a hard, cold way to assess it, but it's really the truth. And so our emotional stability and our economy, neither of those can withstand any more stay-at-home orders. They just can't. Now to the issue of racism. This is an issue that I never, ever in a million, zillion, trillion years would have thought that I would have been addressing here on my blog. If you had asked me 2 weeks if I was racist or had racist thoughts or ideas, I would have told you absolutely not. And I would have been offended by the question. In spite of the fact that I was born in 1964 in an all-white town and county, plus the counties surrounding us were the same way. I would not have thought of myself as racist or even somebody who this issue concerns or someone who should be addressing this issue. It was not my problem. Then, George Floyd gasped his last breath of earthly air, pleading for his mom beneath the knee of a Minneapolis white police officer. Dear God, help me. At first I did not watch the video. Then my friend Karen, my sweet, dear friend Karen, who is not afraid to speak truth to me, although she didn't realize it, she was issuing a throwdown to me when we were having a conversation about this issue of race. The Holy Spirit began working in my heart. And I watched the video and I was absolutely sickened by what I saw. I spent most of the rest of the day kind of in a daze, either curled up on the couch or walking around praying, God, help us. Help me. This man was murdered in cold blood because he tried, maybe unknowingly, to pass a counterfeit bill. The way he died was the way that we kill an animal, a snake. No human being should ever die this way. I wanted to scream. Y'all, I wanted to unsee that video. I did not want this to be my problem. But it was, and it is. And it's your problem too, regardless of whether you ever own it. So tell me, friend, what are you thinking? Are you nodding your head in agreement with me? Or are you rushing to hit the delete, unfollow, unfriend button as fast as you can? Do whatever you need to. But we will all stand before God one day and have to give account for how we negotiated, how we engaged with this issue of racism, of our African American brothers and sisters being treated differently because of their skin. This is not the end of these videos and posts. I just want to do them in short time spans because it's a lot to engage in. It's a lot to take in, but I'm excited about what I have to share with you. God is doing a work in my heart, and so I'm so excited about sharing that with you. So I will see you soon.